Hi everyone, I'm Dakshayani, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government First Grade College, Yalandur. Today I'll be presenting on the topic Business Ethics. First, let us know the meaning of business ethics. Ethics means a set of rules or principles that a person should follow. But what do you mean by business ethics? It refers to a code of conduct that businesses are expected to follow while doing business. Every person, whoever starts the business, should follow certain rules and regulations for the welfare of the people. It comprises of all those values and principles that helps in guiding the behavior in the organization. Businesses should have a balance between the needs of the stakeholders and their desire to make profit. In whatever way you can make profit, but a real businessman should try to follow the right path and then earn huge profit. What are the do's and don'ts a businessman must adhere to? A businessman must give a regular supply of good quality goods and services at reasonable prices to their customers. Very important. They must avoid indulging in unfair trade practices like adulteration, promoting misleading advertisements, cheating in weights and measures, black marketing, etc. Promoting misleading advertisements, for example, they advertise the face cream that if you use it for continuously for 6 weeks, you will become fair. But it is actually misleading the consumer, because a person one who is very dark can never become so fair by just applying the cream. So it is misleading the consumers. It should not do so. Adulteration, cheating in weights and measures, black marketing. Black marketing refers to illegal trading practices that are followed. For example, the food grains that will be distributed by the government to BPL card holders. So people who are middlemen in that, if they try to save certain goods and sell it to the private retailers at a price, definitely it is black marketing. It is not right to do because it is the government stock. Also, it also trying to create artificial scarcity. Artificial scarcity means though there is supply of goods, you stop the supply, try to create artificially scarcity in demand and then fix high price and sell the product, which is also an illegal activity. All these things must be avoided by the businessmen. They must give fair wages and provide good working condition to their workers. They must not exploit the workers. That is, in a day, every worker should work for 8 hours, and if he works more than 8 hours, he should be given an overtime allowance, OT allowance what we call, so that the employee will be satisfied at the end of the day by thinking that he's been paid for what he has done. They must encourage competition in the market. They must protect the interest of small businessmen. Very important, they should not indulge in the activities of absorbing the small trading concerns, so that they can avoid competition and create monopoly in the market, which has to be avoided. They must avoid unfair competition and must avoid monopolies. They must pay all their taxes regularly to the government, which is very important. They are taking all the benefits from the government and it is their responsibility to pay taxes to the government regularly, how much they are legally payable, without evading or evasion of tax. In short, business ethics means to conduct business with a human touch in order to give welfare to the society. So when you follow all these rules and regulations, definitely you can make profit and also have a very good reputation in the market for your business. To name few, the very reputed business concerns in our country are Infosys, Tata's, Reliance. Why we take all these names? Because they are known for their ethics in doing business. While doing business, they follow all the rules and they never evade tax to the government. So we still remember these companies in the first, suddenly when we talk about ethics. Coming next to features of business ethics. Features or characteristics of business ethics. It is a code of conduct which tells what to do and what not to do for the welfare of the society. That is, it is based on moral and social values. It gives protection to the social groups such as consumers, employees, small businessmen, government, shareholders, creditors, etc. So it will protect the interest of all these people who are interested groups. It provides a basic framework for doing business. It gives social, cultural, economic, legal and other limits for business. So you need to work within the framework or within the set guidelines for social, cultural, economic, legal and other limits for the business. Business must be conducted within all these limits, as I told you. So if you follow these rules and regulations, definitely you can do it better. Coming next to importance or significance of business ethics. The first thing comes to our mind is it corresponds to the basic human needs. Basic human needs means every human being is that they want to be part of the organization which they can respect and be proud of because they perceive it to be ethical. When you know that you are working for a very good organization which is ethical, definitely you will be proud to say that you are part of that organization. So to increase the pride of the person and also increase the pride of the consumers, definitely one has to be ethical. It helps to increase the credibility in the public. So people would like to buy the product of a company which they believe that it is honest and it is offering value for money. So they are giving quality goods at reasonable prices to the consumers. For example, Hindustan Unilever. It produces variety of products and they are offering it to the public at a reasonable price with good quality. Definitely we go for it once we come to consumer goods. It helps to build credibility with the employees. When employees are convinced of the ethical values of the organization they are working for, they hold the organization in high esteem. They really feel very proud and they will do anything to the organization because they feel it is their own company. So the sense of belongingness will be there if the company is ethical. It helps in better decision making in the interest of the public, employees and company's own long-term good. So if you follow ethics, it becomes easy for you to take decision regarding business so that the public, employees and the future of the company will be at stake. So you can build a healthy and good relationship and exist in the market for a long period of time. You can also make profit and in the long run survive. As I told you already, example of Reliance, Infosys, Wipro, Tata's. So all these companies are in existence from a very long time. It is only because they follow ethics while doing their business. They don't bribe the government officials. They follow all the rules and regulations. They pay fair wages to their employees, salaries to their employees. They take very good care of them. They provide a friendly working atmosphere so that every person feels like working for that particular organization. It also gives protection to the society. Sometimes when a legal rules cannot do anything, definitely the values will be more useful to reach out to the people who are depressed, who are angry, who are frustrated on certain aspects in an organization. So for example, if the person has some problem with his teammate or with the manager, definitely he has an option of meeting the HR and addressing his grievance, and he can resolve the issue. Coming to the last topic, social responsibility. What are the responsibilities of business towards different group of people? Social responsibility is a voluntary effort on the part of business to take various steps to satisfy the expectation of different interest groups like owners, investors, employees, consumers, suppliers, government, and society. All these people are interested people. When any business has started, these people will become part and parcel of that particular organization. So in this chapter, we will be discussing only about 5 important stakeholders. All of them are important, but we'll be discussing about these 5 stakeholders who have interest towards the business. First, owners. Second point, investors. Third, employees. Fourth, suppliers. And lastly, about customers. So first point, regard to responsibility towards owners. Owners are the person who owns the business. They contribute capital and bear the business risk. The primary responsibility of business towards its owners are to run the business efficiently and effectively. The money what they have invested, the capital what they have invested in the company has to be efficiently run and see that the effectiveness of the business is maintained. Proper utilization of capital and other resources. As I told you, all the resources that has been pooled have to be used in a profitable projects. You have to invest that in a profitable project so that the person who has invested can get the benefit out of it, who can earn a rate of return. And also see that the growth and appreciation of capital is possible. Always the business must see that their long-term perspectives are fulfilled. They have to work on the long-term goals, so definitely the short-term goals can be fulfilled. And also be regular and fair and pay a fair return on capital invested. So pay them the dividends as usual without any delay, so that the person feels happy that he has invested on a good company and they are also earning profit. This is with regard to responsibility towards owners. The next one is responsibility towards investors. Investors are those who provide finance by way of investment in debentures, bonds, deposits, etc. Banks, financial institutions, and investing public are all included in this category. So we can say that people who have given money to the business are all the stakeholders. The responsibility towards these investors are to ensure safety of their investment. When I am investing the money, I will always think that whether my money is safe in the hands of this particular company. So they have to prove their goodwill, creditability, so that the investors are at ease to invest the money in their organization and see that they invest in profitable ventures so that they earn a very good rate of return on their investment. They also have to pay regular payment of interest. If they have taken any loans from banks, financial institutions, they have to pay regularly the interest which is payable and see that no EMI is due. And also timely repayment of principal amount. If they have agreed to certain terms and conditions, it has to be followed so that the person feels that the company is trustworthy. So responsibility towards the investors are very important because they are the ones who are infusing the money to the business. Next, responsibility towards employees. Timely and regular payment of wages and salary. Very important. Every person works with the motive to earn reward for the effort that he has put. So they have to pay the wages and salaries regularly without any delay, and also see that they provide them proper working conditions and welfare amenities, canteen facility, good working environment, basic infrastructure, safety during safety at their working place, and also providing them some social security so that employee feels secured and he can concentrate 100% towards his work. And also give an opportunity for better career prospects. Career prospects within the organization. If the employee is very talented and he has more potential, definitely he should be used for a better position, and see that he will have an vertical movement in the organization so that the person gets motivated and give more to the organization. And also see that job security as well as social security like facilities of provident fund, group insurance, pension, retirement benefits are all provided to the employee so that employee feels safe and he need not worry about his family, as the company is taking care of all the needs of the family. So he can concentrate on his work. Also provide a better living conditions like housing, transport, canteen, creche, etc. So you have to provide transport. If the employee is coming from a far place, try to arrange for the transport so that he doesn't get exhausted before coming to the company. Provide proper housing facilities. If there is a provision to provide him a quarters has to be provided, which all makes the employee feel happy and good about the organization, that it is treating him as a family. Timely training and development has to be given to the employees. Over a period of time, there may be chances of boredom. So an employee has to be refreshed by giving training on the work that he is already doing, which helps in the development of the employee. So training and development is very important. It has to be given time to time. Responsibility towards suppliers. Suppliers are businessmen who supply raw materials and other items required by manufacturers and traders. Certain suppliers called distributors supply finished products to the consumers. So what are the responsibility towards these suppliers? Are giving regular orders for purchase of goods. According to the terms and conditions, if they have entered into a yearly contract, they have to see that regular orders are given for the purchase of goods. Dealing on fair terms and conditions. So terms and conditions has to be fair. It's like win-win situation to both the parties. The company also should be benefited, and also the supplier should be benefit out of a particular contract. And also availing a reasonable credit period, giving them a proper credit period which is normally accepted in the industry. For example, giving them 2 months credit period to make the payment, or taking time for the payment and giving them payment as per the schedule. Timely payment of dues without keeping any money overdue, paying all the money that has to be paid on time so that the supplier will provide the required materials on time to the organization, which helps the organization in the production without any delay. The last one is responsibility towards customers or consumers. Very important, because all the work what the business does is ultimately to satisfy the customers and to delight the customers. No business can survive without the support of customers. As he is king in the market, he has to be satisfied. As part of the responsibility of business towards them, the business should provide the following facilities. Provide products and services and must be able to take care of the needs of the customer. They have to produce the goods and provide services according to the requirements of the consumers. What a customer needs, that has to be given. So you have to do a survey and see that the best which has to be given to the consumers. And also the products what you manufacture should be in the good or betterment, or it benefits the larger section of the population. Provide products and services at a good quality at a reasonable price and must be qualitative. As I told you, they have to provide a good quality product at reasonable price so that the customer is satisfied. There must be regularity in supply of goods and services. Do not create any artificial scarcity and try to sell the product at high price. So it's like cheating the customer. This should not be done, so that the customer will get a very good idea about the business organization. Also, he feels good about that particular business. So thank you for giving an opportunity to share my views. Thank you.